You know, it's crazy to think how far RuneScape has come in the last 2 decades. With every update that comes out, the game doesn't change much, but when you string all the updates together, they can sometimes look like 2 different games entirely. As I was filming this episode, I realized how much quicker it is than I imagined to get some of the best in slot items. But was it really always that simple? Less guides, less resources, you were much younger, and getting something like a dragon longsword always felt like something that was months, if not years away. Welcome to part 2 of the 2004 experience. When you guys are gaming and surfing the internet, are you guys keeping yourself safe? That's where ExpressVPN comes in. You can help keep yourself secure online by simply picking a region and connecting to it. There are so many regions to choose from. This masks your IP address, encrypting your data and rerouting it through their own servers. This will help keep your privacy online and do an amazing job at keeping malicious people away from your online experience. I am always online due to my job, and I use ExpressVPN daily to make sure I don't compromise my business. So don't let these big companies track you and make money off your data just for it to be used against you, and don't fall victim to a DDoS attack when you're in the middle of gaming. And if price is what you are concerned about, let ExpressVPN pay for itself. Look how much you can just save on Netflix alone just by changing your region, and you can do this with a lot of other websites. So get that peace of mind that you're browsing securely, and find out how you can get 3 months free by clicking the link down in the description. That's expressvpn.com/rargh. Thanks for ExpressVPN for sponsoring today's video. So Dragon Slayer 1 is finished, and it's time to make some money on the account. We want to get some good gear. We want to be able to buy rune. We want to be able to buy dragon weaponry when we get there. Things like berserker helms. Of course, I'm getting a little, ahead of myself. But I want to have the money for a lot of these things, so when I do it, I can just get the equipment and the items that we need. A lot of the early ways of making money in the early Iron Man stages, things like the agility pyramid and the Dorgashan chest storage room areas where you get all the jewelry, that is so far post 2004 that we have to go back to the roots of skilling. And I think one of the best ways I can make money is mining a whole bunch of silver ore, making silver bars, and turning them into unstrung symbols, which you actually only need like 16 crafting for. They give 50 crafting XP each. Let's take a look. Jewelry, 16 holy symbol, and their high alch value is 120, and I could chuck them in like the West Arty general store or the one in the Wildy to get that higher alch value. I say alch, it's in quotes because of course I'm not actually alching it, but it takes it for that higher alch value, and it's going to be one of my best ways of making money. And at some point, since we're going for best in slot melee, we're going to need a glory, and mining silver is probably how I'm going to do it. So the first goal, mine enough silver ore to get a rune pick, because the mithril pick, as you can see, is dangerously slow, and we want to speed this up. So let's get enough money for a rune pick. We can wield it. We're not quite the mining level there yet, but by the time we get enough silver ore, we should definitely be at 40 or 41, I think it is actually. So we ended up getting the 41 mining, 37 smithing now, 38 crafting. We have nearly 500, actually that was a bit of a gas, nearly 450 unstrung symbols. We're gonna do Plague City real quick so we can get to West Arty and sell to that specific general store, get all the money, and then of course buy the rune pickaxe, and then just keep mining so we can get even more money. So it all is gonna come together. There's Plague City done, so now I believe we can just kind of come and go through this dug hole here. We can't go through the main gates yet, but as long as we have this gas mask on, we can come through and have access to the general store, which of course is why we did it in the first place, and we can also just read that. Close to 42 mining as well. 41k on the account. Let's go get that rune pickaxe off to the Dwarven mine, and then right back to mining some silver so we can make even more money, get more crafting levels, and buy some rune and some goodies. We won't be needing this mithril pick anymore. And 32k, that is pricey, but the best pickaxe in the game, baby. Off to mine some silver. Lots and lots of silver. So we're coming up on that 50 mining. Now, I only have around 1.4-ish K silver ore in the bank. I'm getting 325 an hour. I calced max speed. It was like 367 an hour. But, it's very click intensive, and I am not perfect. We're probably going to get 2K silver ore in total. because if I were to do it now with 1.4k and make them into bars and the symbols, I'm not going to have enough money to do a lot of the things I want to do, like buy rune, train magic. So we're going to get 2k and then take it from there. We also have enough to get 50 crafting right now, actually, even though I'm still going. But that's a side goal I have, because when we pair that with 49 magic, we can, of course, get a strength ammy, which will be the best necklace we can use for melee before a glory. I'd even argue a strength ammy is better in a lot of scenarios than a glory. So, but, you know, we're still going to go for that glory. Don't worry. So we have 2008 total. Oop, we're off by 4. There we go. That's the correct year we're talking about. Let's go turn these into symbols. All right, so we're finishing up the 2000-ish unstrung symbols. We have 52 crafting, 52 mining, and 43 smithing on the account. Now, I think I'm going to average around 92 GP each if I sell 10 per world in West Ardoon. But we'll, of course, see how much money we get after we sell all of them. But that is what we are going to do now. We're going to sell all 2008 and add that to the... How much money do we have in here? 9.7k. And then we can go on a nice shopping spree. I can't believe this just happened. I just did the most old school version of teleporting that there possibly is. With only 2 unstrung symbols left, I literally ran out of membership. And because I was in a members area, of course, I teleport right back to Lumbridge. Ooh, gotta type that pin in. But that, dude, that's crazy. That's honestly nuts. We're not going to sell that last 2. We'll just save them for whatever. That's probably the best prayer bonus for a necklace slot once we string it and bless it with Brother Jared, I think his name is. So we'll just hold on to that too. 211k though. Pretty nuts. I wanted to buy the plate body first and then make this moment all dramatic, because we are about to get a best in slot item in 2004 melee slot. And that is going to be the Runite legs that I can't even wear. Are you serious? Okay. Ignore that little speech I just did, and we'll come back and we'll be all dramatic next time. I can't wait to make a big deal of buying a plate body that I can't even wear. That's going to be 84.5k. We did all this mining, like over 10 hours of mining and smithing put together, just to blow all of our money on the most basic gear in today's standards. But in 04 standards, we're pretty kitted out. And coming up on that, 40 defense. Okay, so we get the rune plate body and we get the best in slot melee legs. And look at that, the boots and legs, 2 best in slot items for what we're aiming for, the end goal here. We're looking so much cooler as well. We actually look like we're not fresh off Tutorial Island anymore. We got that, you know, first day look out of the way. So next up, we want to get some magic levels. Now, I need 49 magic so I can enchant jewelry for ruby amulets. And that, of course, gives us the strength amulet. I'm able to boost 2 with the wizard mind bomb. So I'm probably going to go 47 because I really don't want to waste a lot of time training magic right now. So I'm going to spend a bunch of money and probably go mage some fire giants. I'm going to be a little upset if we get a Rune Scimitar because I bought this and haven't used it yet. But we're not really going for a Rune Simi. It's just that I'm thinking, okay, I can spend money and I might get some of that money back with the battle staves and the Rune Scimitars that we could potentially get. Oh my gosh! I've done so much theory crafting on how the quickest way to get this is. Oh my god, there is no way. There is no way. I'm like 3 or 4 fire giants in. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. That is half of the best. That pretty much is the hard part. Well, I shouldn't say that. Getting 750k is going to be not the easiest thing in the world, but that's the much harder half to get. I can't believe this. I'm in shock. Oh, there it finally is. 43 magic, almost 44 actually. So we're getting really, really close to our goal here, but we actually did get the Rune Scimitar. Yeah, didn't really want one again because I just wasted a lot of money. And by a lot of money, I only mean like 6k. But I know I keep talking about how annoying money is to get, so it does kind of suck. I was just way too excited to buy the sword because I was like, I can totally equip Rune. There's 44 magic, but of course, that'll be your best weapon until we actually get the dragon longsword. 2.3k away, and I run out of air runes. I'm just gonna buy some runes and finish it off at guards. And there's the 47. Let's go get that wizard mind bomb and let's make the amulet. I believe we have everything in the bank that we need. All right, let's toss that in the furnace. Use the ball of wool on it. Drink the mind bomb. And enchant. Now, I could argue that in a lot of scenarios, this is actually the best in slot. So now that we have some quests and armor under our belt and even some skills, you know, these skills are actually looking pretty good. 658k total XP on the account. I think it's time we start dabbling by getting our melee stats up a little bit. I actually kind of want to rush right to 60 attack. That might be a little silly because we're only 39 strength, so maybe I'll get a few strength levels here and there, but largely I kind of want to just shoot for 60 attack, do Lost City, and get that Dragon Longsword, the best in slot melee weapon. Now, I think for that quest, we'll just need some crafting and some woodcutting levels. I'm assuming I have the crafting, so it's like 36 woodcutting, I want to say, and super easy to knock off. It's the 100k I'm worried about. It might be back to the mines, but for right now, we're not going to worry about it until, of course, we have 60 attack. Ooh, we are getting dangerously close to that 60 attack there, guys. Now, I know I said I was going to get the woodcutting level, the 36 woodcutting, and then do the Lost City quest, but I ultimately decided to go for Shallow Village first instead. It doesn't really matter what order I do this in, and there is a 60 attack, hell yeah. But getting a diamond in old school, I was gonna say old school RuneScape, in 2004 RuneScape is pretty difficult unless you have Shallow Village done, because you can mine for gem rocks, and it's a 1 in 32 chance of getting a diamond. The only other ways are to like thieve it or to get it through actual mining, and it is incredibly rare unless you have a Glorion, which I, of course, don't have yet. Shallow Village is now done. We can now enter the city. Ooh, we get almost 4k crafting XP as well. Oh, yeah, we have 52 crafting. Oh, we're actually so close to a level. So we just got 53 crafting and a diamond in our first inventory. 1 in 32 chance, so it's not like I'm crazy lucky, but super, super quick. We flew through that quest as well. Next up on the list, we have get 36 woodcutting and do Lost City. 27. Gonna hit up the Oaks and then go to the Willows in Draenor, a nice nostalgic spot, and finish that off. And we're coming up on that 36 woodcutting, so it is now time to complete Lost City. We have all the wrecks, everything in the bank. I forgot I had a diamond. I had 2 diamonds from the waterfall quest. How did I forget I had diamonds in there? I've done that quest so many times. And there I was stressing about a diamond, and I just opened up my bank to get ready for the Lost City quest, and then I saw 3 diamonds in there. Oh my god. I mean, it's not a big deal. We had to do Shallow City anyway. Oh my god, I just did Shallow City quests. I'm gonna do Lost City. I'm mixing up so many things right now. So my dumbass forgot to bring tellies because I'm used to having the luxury of a Lumbridge home teleport, but I had to use that door that takes you to like 32 Wilderness. We should be fine. I doubt anyone's gonna kill us, but, you know, just silly ways I'm risking the account like usual. All right, I think this is the quest complete. We just walk in. It's gonna chuck us right to Xanaris. And boom, 3 quest points and access to Xanaris. And of course, we can now also wield a Dragon Longsword. So we need 130k on the account for the Dragon Longsword and the Dragon Dagger. So back in the mines we go to ultimately make that money. Now, I'm probably going to mine a lot more than I need. I don't really have an exact amount I have in mind. I ultimately just right now want 57 crafting, because at 57, we can make green D'hide Vambraces, and then I think that will be your next best moneymaker. Obviously, we risk the hardcore doing that, which does suck, but if I can get a bunch of green D'hide Vambraces that sell for 1.5k each to the general store in West Arty, or we can alch them for the 1.5k each, that's going to be so much money that we can get on the account. And it's also prayer XP, and it's also more crafting, because eventually we'll need 79, technically 80, but we can boost the +1 in 04. So we need 79 crafting to get the glory. So we need all the crafting XP we can get. So we have 1,342 unstrung symbols. We have the 57 crafting. And of course, that means we can now make the green D'hide Vambraces. So let's go sell this really quick and then buy our dragon weaponry. I say really quick, I sell 5 per world. So it's going to take well over an hour. I messed up a little. So my first set of 2,000 unstrung symbols that we sold to the West Arty General Store, he bought them just under high alch price for 110 each. This guy buys them for 140. As a base starting price, that is 30 coins more, and it only goes down 4 for each one I sell, and I'm gonna sell 5 per world. So we missed out on like 60k, which is super annoying, But again, like in the long run, it really doesn't matter because we need such a high crafting anyway. But we're gonna get a lot more money than we previously thought, and I'm pretty pumped about that. All right, took like an hour and 20 minutes or so, but here we go. The last two, 176k, over 200k in straight cash now. That's so awesome to see. We also have the Rune Sword and the Rune Scimitar, which we don't need anymore, which we will alch once we get 55 magic. I'm not gonna stress about it now. But 201k. All right, we got a diamond. We have our money. 200k. Man, I can't believe that took like over 10 hours to get. It really puts into perspective just how annoying money is. And of course, there are faster ways. I'm doing the more efficient way. I could have picked up steel plate bodies and that would have been faster. But, you know, when it all comes to being efficient, it took quite a while to get. But it is all worth the time because we just unlocked ourselves the best in slot melee weapon for 2004, RuneScape, the Dragon Longsword. Also one of the better spec weapons as well, of course. I'd argue that the Dragon Halley is much better, but for certain situations, this is going to be the best in slot spec, especially for things like training on rock crabs, which is exactly what we're going to do. It's about time we start getting those melee stats up a little bit. I don't want to train too much, but maybe 50 strength, 50 defense, just to start bringing some stuff up. Then it's going to be back to questing to round out our gear even more. But let's go use this bad boy. We worked hard for this.